Hey guys, this is Wayne Hauser with bassbite.com. I'm here with Maurice Freeze on our pro staff, and Maurice is going to show us today a little bit about some of the jigs that he uses to catch fish in our area in the North Carolina, South Carolina region. Now Maurice has won a lot of money on jigs. Maurice, is that true or false?
That's true.
That is true. And a jig is a big fish bait. If you're going to fish tournaments, you need to be fishing. You need to learn how to fish a jig because it's a bait that you can do real well in tournaments on. Now there are a couple of key colors that Maurice likes in this area. Now Maurice, what color is this right here?
I really don't know what you call it. It's kind of brown color. It's got a little bit of green pumpkin in, a little bit of brown, a little bit of purple.
Now this is a shooter jig, is that correct?
Yeah, it's a Louis Holes jig, shooter jig.
What's it called if you were to buy it online at Shooter Jigs?
I don't know. Actually, I sent him the color that I want, prototype jig, and he made that up. Like the one that I had.
So, but you could click through on our website, which is on the site, and it would go to Shooter Jigs, and you could probably call him and ask for a Maurice Freeze bluegill color jig, and he could probably get you one sent out to you if you really needed one. All right. What color is this, Maurice?
That's his crawdad color. That's one of his best sellers right there.
Okay. So that's a crawdad color, and you use this in stained water or clear water?
You can use it a little bit of both, mainly a little bit clearer water, but I've caught them in both colors of water. It's a good all-around color jig.
I got you. So if you just wanted to buy one color jig and buy a bunch of them, this would be the color to go with.
If you're going to go buy a jig just to learn how to fish it, that one right there and get you an all-around, it's a real muddy situation. That was all-around good jig.
So it's a shooter jig and it's a crawdad colored jig. Okay. And then this one here is black, and then it's got like a black and blue trailer on it. And this you'd use in more stained water or at night?
Well, black can be good in clear water too. Norman and High Rock have always been black and blue lakes.
Right.
And it's a versatile color.
Okay. So you use it in pretty much all types of water colors.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you got this brown jig. What color is this? Do you remember?
Well, it's brown. It looks like it's got red flake in it, but it's actually got a little bit of orange flake in the brown skirt.
Right.
That's just a jig that I like using in muddy water.
Okay. Now, what kind of trailer would you put on this jig?
I put the same Zoom green pumpkin chunk on there.
Okay. So you use mostly two trailers. Is that right? You use a Zoom big salty chunk green pumpkin, and then you use a Zoom super chunk junior. Okay, in a black blue flake.
Right.
And that's mostly the trailer you use all the time. Is that correct? Now, what size jigs do you like to throw in when? Like I know some of these are 3/8. Do you ever throw a half?
Yeah, I throw a half. I'll probably throw the half more than it. There's a lot of situations that the fish are really shallow, and they don't want to see that jig hit the bottom just really quick.
Right.
And that's where I go with the 3/8 ounce jig.
Okay.
Fish bushes, willows or something, in the water's, they have about a foot and a half, 2 foot water in them.
Right.
You don't want that just to drop real sudden right in front of them. You want to be able to see it a little bit.
Right. So when it's really shallow, I'm talking 2-3 feet of water, you're going to go down to that 3/8 ounce little smaller jig.
Majority of the time, you got to let the fish tell you what, they may want that fish coming out there pretty quick. You got to fish with both. Let the fish tell you what they want on that given day.
Right.
And it may not be the same as the day before.
Now, if you're fishing docks, like in the bites in 5 to 7, 8 foot of water, would you be using that 3/8 ounce jig, or would you go up to that half?
No, I'd give it a half. You got to be able to feel that jig. You fish a little bit deeper like that.
I got you. Now, how long did it take you to figure out a jig? Now, a jig's not something you just pick up and start catching fish with. You have to fish with it and commit to fishing with it. How long did it take you to really get where you were good at fishing jig?
Oh, it took quite a while. Probably 3-4 years before I felt like I was really comfortable picking up and fishing all day long. Know I'd go get 5 bites. And, it's something that you got to be a line watcher, and you got to have a really good feel, because they'll want to pick it up and walk off with it, and you'll never know it.
Right.
You're not really paying attention.
Yeah, if you're just sitting there holding that rod waiting for a big thud, you're not going to get through many on one.
You used to get a lot of big thuds. They're not many big thuds anymore. It just seems like the hard bite just keeps getting less and less.
Right.
With the fishing pressure around
And
here.
the more the fishing pressure is, the smaller the profile jig you're going to use.
Exactly.
But you're gonna cut it down, trim the skirt back, use a smaller, make the trailer smaller, that type of stuff. Is that correct?
Shorten the bait up. A lot of times they just want to grab the rear end of the jig. You just keep getting shorter with your trailer, shorter with the skirt.
Well, Maurice, I appreciate you telling us about jigs. And guys, next time you need some jigs, go be sure and look at Shooter Jigs. You can get them at the Great Outdoors in Cherryville. You can also order them online. You can go right to our website. We've got a link, Shooter Jigs, and you can order them right from Louis Hole. They're handmade right here in North and South Carolina. We'll talk to you next time, bassbite.com.